Monday night, we had the surging Los Angeles Rams versus stumbling Miami Dolphins team with Sean McVay and Mike McDaniels at control. Jay, it seems like we are set for some fireworks here.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, I think when the Rams get Cooper Kupp and Puka went out last week, when those two guys play together, they are a very tough team to stop. And obviously, the Dolphins with Tua coming back, they're a lot better with him, obviously. However, they're having trouble getting the ball to Tyreek. He only had 4 catches for 60 yards. Waddle, he had a key touchdown, but I just don't feel like they're the same explosive offense they were a year ago when they were putting up 70 points a game a couple times. Something's off right now. They're trying to run the ball a lot. Mozart and obviously Achane are really good backs. They're trying to get them going a lot in the game. I think they're really trying to protect Tua a little bit from throwing the ball too much and getting hit. So they're trying to get the running game going, and it's not quite as effective. But obviously they have the talent and the speed to scare the hell out of anybody. Mike McDaniel's scheme is pretty good, obviously. And the Rams, on the other hand, they're just very explosive with Matthew Stafford throwing the ball to Cooper Kupp. Obviously, Kyron Williams is a key element to that offense. Anytime you talk about a quarterback's ability to throw the ball, you have to have a good, sound running game. And both teams do. So it's going to be an exciting matchup, but I really like the Rams right now. The Rams defense is very young and very talented, and I think they show up and make and play very well against this Dolphin offense.
You got to give a quick shout out. We talked about Fisk and Verse, the 2 Florida State players that were drafted to kind of replace Aaron Donald, and they've come out and played tremendous. I know, AQ, you love those guys going out, but I'm going to circle back to the quarterback position real quick, Colt. Talking about Tua Tagovailoa, he makes this team go. They were non-existent without a quarterback. What are you seeing from Tua? How are they protecting him? Is he playing any different than he was prior to the injury?
He's playing a lot better. He played good last week against Buffalo. They scored 27 points in Buffalo, and had it not been for a 61-yard field goal to beat them at the end, like I think, you never know what happens. He played decent against the Cardinals. He gives them a chance, right? And as Jay mentioned, you got to get Tyreek Hill the football. The fact that he hasn't been over 100 yards since week 1 is absolutely crazy. I think he does that this week. He's got a chance to do something special and beat the Rams and get their season. Save their season, right? They got to win this game if they want to do anything. I think the importance for the Miami Dolphins, and it may be, they may be trying to do it too much, is protecting Tua, right? I mean, obviously his head, his concussions, the things he's dealt with. He hadn't taken a lot of hits, which is good. At some point, right, you got to just cut it loose and go play and not think about it, not worry about it. I know that's an issue right now.
Yeah, and then when you speak about that run game, they did run the ball well against the Bills. Devon Achane was just going untouched at times. And AQ, you're very familiar with that scheme, that Shanahan scheme, and what Mike McDaniels brings to the table with that scheme. Can you kind of walk us through what they need to do to continue to expose this this Rams defense?
Yeah, it's the battle of the McGeniuses. You see what I did there, guys? You see that?
I see it.
God.
That was good, right? These guys are really good. McDaniel, he did a lot of the run game stuff in San Francisco. He was the one coming up with a lot of the creative stuff. The base stuff is Shanahan, right? But a lot of this extra stuff he has kind of done. The ball handling, all the different things that Tua does really well that makes this Miami Dolphins team very good. I also think that's a reason why they're struggling a little bit with the passing game, because it is a lot of timing. That's where Tua really excelled in previous years with Tyreek and with Waddle and all of these things, right? Because everything is ball handling, boom, get to a spot, ball out, and, a lot of that stuff is repetition. But whenever he's sitting there getting looked at by 5 different concussion specialists over the last 5 weeks, you got to work in all the other quarterbacks and can't get all the timing and reps that you need. They are running the heck out of the ball. They're not missing a beat in that sense. They got 2 great backs. They got good guys. They brought in Aaron Brewer from Tennessee at center. Terran Armstead's up and down. He's out of the lineup. He's the guy that makes that engine go, but, he's injured a lot right now. He's old. He's 35. He's been in the league a long time. That's always an issue whenever it comes to offensive line. Again, timing, camaraderie, all of the things that go into it, but listen, they're kind of out of it at this point, right? They're in the same boat as the Jets. It's the Buffalo Bills division, and they're just going. That's where we're at.
The Shanahan system's supposed to be so good. How come they're out of it, AQ? What's wrong? The outside zone's not working very well?
All my Shanahan guys are struggling right now.
Exactly.
We need our guys to stay healthy. That's what we need.
Belichick and Andy Reid and John Gruden, they also had good running games. Everybody runs outside zone. I get so tired of hearing the Shanahan system. Get out of here, would you? I mean, they didn't invent the game of football. They didn't invent outside zone football.
There we go.
All right, so it's just everybody settle down. Every coach that's ever been in a building with the Shanahans, oh, he's off the Shanahan tree. McVay worked for me. I hired McVay. He's not a Shanahan guy. He's a Gruden guy, god dang it.
That should be the thumbnail. He's a Gruden guy. That's the thumbnail.
From now on, we're calling it the Gruden system. Just like heavyweight camp. It's like the Perkins system. Like, we got you, Gru.
Shanahan system. No, but I'll tell you what about the Rams. You know what's impressive about the Rams defense?
I love it.
Chris Shula's done an unbelievable job. They got 4 rookies starting. Jared Verse, Spates, Tyler Davis, Brandon Fisk. They got other guys, 26 years old, 25, 27, 26, 25. They're very young and they're playing very hard. They're playing very good. They're underrated defense. They're only going to get better because of their youth. They're going to have their struggles, but if they can maintain their ability to stay together, stay healthy, they're going to be dangerous. Then you throw Stafford in the running game and the great outside zone Shanahan system. I think they got a chance to go a long way.
The Gruden system, excuse you. Before we continue with the video, I have to ask one favor. Make sure you are liking, subscribing, and turn on those notifications. If you like this type of content, if you like hearing us talk football, hit that notification button. So every time we drop a video, it is coming straight to you. Jay, we know you're going to go Rams. Colt, who are you taking in this one?
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams. I think there's a lot to be said for being on a win streak and figuring out how to battle some adversity, come back, win a game on the road, in the division, in overtime. The thing that jumped out to me in the game, other than, them Matthew Stafford throwing a dime to win it, walk-off touchdown, is their defense created that, right? They stopped them on 4th down. Seattle decided to go for it. All these young guys, make a play, stop them in a big moment. There's a lot of good energy and good momentum from the Rams right now, and I don't think that Miami can overcome that.
AQ, are we overlooking the Miami Dolphins with all the talent they have? They've been close with the Bills. They almost beat the Cardinals. Is there any way Miami can pull this one off?
Yeah, of course. It's the NFL, right? Like anything can happen. I mean, who would have thought the Carolina Panthers are going to beat the New Orleans Saints last week? I don't think anybody would have picked that in a million years, but it's the NFL and it can happen, but I don't think it's going to happen, right? And the reason why is I think the Rams are hitting their stride at the right time. They're getting healthy. Everything's clicking, right? We talked a little bit about what McVay did last week, and now he comes out this week. He loses Puka, and Colt and I talked about it earlier, the last 2 plays of the game. I mean, he's just dialed in on what they want to do and what they're doing. Everything looks the same, and they have a million different things out of it. That's why I'm going to go with the Rams again.
Yeah, I like the Rams as well in this one. I mean, Kyron Williams has probably been the one holding that team together. Matthew Stafford, obviously, in the leadership quarterback position. But I just think I got the Rams making the playoffs this year, so they have to get this one against Miami. I just think you never want to overlook a team that has that much talent on offense. They can get you in a hole early because those guys are running.
Want to win money watching football? With Underdog, you could win up to 1,000 times your cash just by picking higher or lower on your favorite player's stats, like whether or not your team's running back will score a touchdown this weekend. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars on Underdog. Will you be next? Sign up now to get a free pick for your first cash entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. Download the Underdog app or visit UnderdogFantasy.com to get started today.
All right, Rams, Dolphins. This is looks like on paper it's going to be about a 50-48 game with all the weapons the Rams have and all the weapons the Dolphins have. But I'm going to stick with my guy Sean McVay and take somebody for the Los Angeles Rams, and I'm going to take Matthew Stafford's higher touchdown passes, whatever that is, 1.5, 2. I don't care. He's probably going to throw 4 or 5 against this Rams or this Dolphins secondary. So let's go Matthew Stafford, higher touchdown pass.
I'm taking higher rushing yards, Kyron Williams. This dude is good, right? Their offensive line is playing well. They have the ability to run the zone, run the play action, run the keeper off of that. But I think it all starts running the football, and Kyron Williams is playing great. And I just don't see the Dolphins slowing him down very much.